Okay, dear students, now we okay. Let's see our first experiment: lead acid battery maintenance. Okay, of automobile electrical systems. Okay, the subject of the automobile electric system. Under there is a first practical lead acid battery maintenance. Okay, so in any electrical system, the first the basic things is the power supply. Okay, so the power is the main thing. So here the lead acid battery is used to give the power. So here you can see this is normally in the lead acid battery. Okay. Uh, so here we can study about three parts: anode, cathode, electrolyte. That means this is the negative part, this is the plus. Okay, negative called the anode. Here there is a lead. Okay, is made of lead. Okay, here this is a lead dioxide, made of lead dioxide, that is plus, we call cathode. Electrolyte means there is a mixture of sulfuric acid and water. So here H2SO4, this is sulfuric acid and distilled water. So here normally 68% water and 32% around. Okay, H2SO4 is here. Okay, inside of this battery. So we have to the more amount of water and 32% of H2SO4. So let's see okay how this works. Okay, what actually, how it function. Okay, I clearly so what is this? This is PbO2. Here H2SO4, H2O. This is minus anode, this is plus cathode. Okay, this is a normal condition. We call this both are electrolyte. Okay, when we connected any load, okay, between these two terminals of the battery, that means example a light. Okay, connect here. So what will happen? How this electron moves. Okay, so first I have to write the H2SO4. Okay, I write H2SO4. You know, like H2SO4 we can write another way. We can divide the H2SO4 how? Okay, 2H plus, okay, and SO4 2 minus. This is under the chemistry. Okay, so 2H plus, this is 2H plus, SO4 2 minus. Okay, so here I write how, right? Instead of this H2SO4 I write these ions. Okay, 2H plus, SO4 2 minus. Okay, but only there's a lot of ions. Okay, that means this is a 2H plus, SO4 2 minus, again also 2H plus, like this. Okay, the ions are inside of this electrolyte. 2H plus, SO4 2 minus, like this. Okay, then here moreover H2O also there, that's the water also there, H2O. Okay, wherever. So here this is a PbO2. Okay, so the what is the equation of reaction? Okay, when in the load is connected, okay, here what will happen? In the PV, However, when the load is connected, we have to send the electrons, okay? That means we have to give the electrons, okay? So how this electron obtain? The PB, this PB, how it obtain? Is come to PB plus, PB2 plus. How is PB2 plus? Is eliminate the 2 electron, okay? It's not here, wait. Okay, PB2 plus is come to 2 plus because here we have to, okay, send the electrons to blow the bulb or any accessory. So now these are electrons, okay, what will happen? The electron is move like this and is going to PB2 plus. Now it's a PB2 plus, okay. Then what happened? This PB2 plus and this SO4 2 minus join because here 2 plus, here 2 minus, okay. So again this PB2 plus SO4 2 minus finally is come to PbSO4. So now here Pb2 plus again change to now this is no PbSO4 this side. So what will happen? This SO4 2 minus also connect with this Pb2 plus and come to PbSO4. So this is the minus, okay, negative anode. What will happen in the anode when, okay, the battery is discharging? That means it send the current to another device, okay. So here next positive, okay. What will happen to that plus? Here you can see there is a PbO2. So PbO2, okay. This PbO2 plus, here you can see here 2H plus, 2H plus, okay. So there is a 4 2H plus. Is take 4 less than 2H 4H plus, okay. So then you know this electron is moved like this, okay. In this electron is moved like this and this bulb is blown, then this electron move like this and complete the circle and the electron is come here, okay. Now the electron is come to the plus points, that means that is cathode. So that 2 electrons, sorry, the 2 electrons also come, 2 electrons, okay. So what will happen? So now this 2H plus, this 2H plus come to PbO2, okay. 4H plus PbO2 and the 2 electrons, okay. So how it? So again, here you know what is this? The PbO2. This PbO2 means how we divide? The same as the H2SO4. Pb2 plus two O minus, okay. Okay, there's a 2O minus. So here Pb2 plus 2O minus. So the Pb2 2 plus remain like this. That means that this 2O the two oxygens are divided from this PV and is connected with this 4H. So there is a 4H 2, okay, that means 2H2O. Okay, that 2 means 2 multiplied by O, 2O is 2O, and here 2H2 4H, that means this 4H equal. Okay, then what happened? The remain SO4 2 minus is here, so there is a Pb2 plus SO4 2 minus, okay, SO4 2 minus, what will happen? PbSO4. So here this SO4 2 minus, okay, connect with the Pb2 plus, and it is here also it's come to PbSO4. So in the discharging condition, what will happen? The both cathode and anode are PbSO4. Okay, this come to PbSO4. So what will happen? The electrons, the two electrons come like this and come like this. Because of the sulfuric acid, the electrolytes, the two electron is travel through this electrolyte. Okay, from cathode to anode. Then it flow like this. Okay, in the complete cycle through this electrolyte. Okay. Then how it obtain? When, okay. So in the this is happened continuously. After some time, what will happen? The density on the amount of H2SO4 reduce, okay, reduce the electrolyte, the H2SO4. What will happen? The electrons come like this, and the electron cannot travel through this electrolyte, okay. Why? The H2SO4 amount is reduced, so the battery is not capable to transfer, the electrons cannot travel through this electrolyte because of the lack, okay, of not because there is no ability or capability to conduct the electrons, okay. So that time the battery need to recharge, okay, the battery need to recharge. So what will happen? When we recharge, the same condition, but in the equation is okay, occurs reversely. That means the PbSO4 again divided like this, and this H2 also then is come to PbO2 like this. Here also in the reverse condition, okay, when charging, so it divides, then electrons come, okay. So now this Pb2 plus, the electron is when the discharging condition, electrons flow like this. When the electron is come here, and this Pb2 plus is again is come to Pb like this Pb, okay. So this is the equation of so these are the equations. So you can see the equation, these are the equations. The combined equation means that cathode, anode, electrolyte, finally it's come to, okay, 2 PbSO, this PbSO, 2H2 and 2H2O. This is a combined reaction, okay. This is known, is for your further knowledge. Actually you have to know what happened inside of this battery. So this is a one cell, okay. So this one cell, it produces 2.13 volt, okay. It's produced 2.13 volt. Wait. Okay, that means the one cell is equal for 2.13 volt. So that no load decision I explain. So when we measure the voltage, okay, without load, that means the battery is in the open circuit. Under load, okay. This under load means the battery is connected with the any devices. So that time the voltage is going to reduce, okay. So I already told the single one cell, okay. This is simple thing. This simple one thing is equal to 2.13 volt when fully charged, okay. So the one cell is normally 2.13. But it's a discharged, okay. It's discharged, what will happen? It's come to normally 1.95 volts. This is fully charged, this is discharged, okay. So normally the 12 volt battery have 6 lead acid cell. That means I saw only one cell, okay. But in the 12 volt battery have total 6 cells. That means you can see the complex, okay. One is for 2.13 volt, and here you can see the plus and minus, okay. And finally is connected with the, okay, is connected with each other. Wait. Okay, this is connected with, okay, like a series. Then final this minus anode and this cathode, okay. Minus plus is for our main connection, okay. The inside they each are connected as a series. So the total voltage in the 12 is come to, okay, calculate the sum of this all 2.13 volt. This is for 6 lead acid cell battery, okay. So 12 volt battery is made of 6 lead acid cells that are connected in series. The total open circuit output voltage these cells fully charged So you can see when a battery is fully discharged, okay, fully discharged, the voltage is going to 0 or something, you think, okay. But that is not true, because when this battery is fully discharged, the voltage is reduced a small amount, that is 11.7, okay. That means some battery is you can get the reading for 5 volt or 4 volt. That means the battery is totally damaged. We have to do the repair or replacement, okay. But normally in the fully charged 12.78 and is fully discharged, okay, that time the battery normally come to 11.7. Okay, these are the different, but it cannot be reduced below to 11.7. Clear? Okay. So actually what happened in the inside of this battery? There is a chemical, in the chemical reaction, by converting chemical energy to electrical energy, okay. The chemical energy is give the electrons or electric energy. So the electric energy in the converting, one time the electrical energy cannot produce by this chemical energy. That time we need to recharge the battery. So the charger alternative we have to connect and we have to charge the battery. So this during process what will happen? The reversible process. The electrical energy is being being converted to stored chemical energy, the reversible form. So when the battery has reached its chemical energy storage capacity, it is considered to be fully charged. So when we connected the fully charged battery to a device, the battery begins its discharge cycle. Okay. So on the electrons leaving that. Okay, these are the things I told. So this is a electrolyte and electrodes mean the cathode and anode. Okay. That means sometime, okay. I told that when the discharged, fully discharged, the 11.7 for the open connection. There is no device connected. If sometimes you can connect a device with the battery, and the battery is fully discharged, so that time the battery shows 10.5. Okay, the condition is fully open condition. There is no devices connected. That time no load condition, 11.7. So this same. So now battery discharge, the electron is moved like this. Now she lost the capacity to conduct these electrons through the electrolyte. So now it is fully discharged. Charge output is set to voltage higher than. Oh, that means when we put the charger, what will happen? The battery is fully discharged. So the charger voltage is higher than the battery voltage. So I already told the current flow from the high voltage to low voltage. So when the battery is fully charged, it is changed. Negative electrons will be lead, positive electrons will be lead dioxide, and electrode will return the mixture of sulfuric acid and water. So this is charge cycle 1.9 V. Then is going to now its battery is charged. So these are the apparatus of our practical. So now in the procedure of the our lab sheet is when we observe the lead acid battery and how it works. Okay, we check the lead acid battery and check the voltage of the battery, and we find the what is the condition of the our what is the condition, what is status of our battery, and we study about there are some specifications. Okay, that means the ampere hour, the battery have some ratings. Okay, the 12 volt, there are some other specifications are write down in the battery. So just we see our battery about this specifications, and this is the part of the discussion. You have to do the discussion. You have to do the discussion, prefer the books and googling the internet. Okay, let's move our practical part with the apparatus.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, dear students, now we see how to measure the battery voltage by multimeter. So you can see here the measurement. This voltage is the AC voltage. You can see the symbol of waveform. Here that is resistance ohm, and here the voltage for DC. So the battery voltage is DC. So and you can see here this 20. The 20 means 22,000. So our battery voltage is normally come to 12 to 15 voltage. So in the limit is between this 20. Okay, it's not more than 20. So we fix the setting as 20. Okay, clear? So that means it can measure maximum value of 20 between this limit. Okay. So let's see. So here you can see the terminals. This is the command, the black. Here red is the positive end, that is we can measure here voltage or resistance. So now you can see how to, okay. The battery have already two terminals, positive and negative. The black color wire, the black wire is negative, so we have to touch the negative terminal of the battery, and the red is plus, so we have to touch positive terminal of the battery. So now is a negative terminal, now the positive terminal. So you can see the reading. It's normally come to 12.69 or something. So we already studied, okay, 12.78. When the battery is fully charged, okay, it achieved 12.78 voltage, okay. But here there is a 12.69, it means there is a small difference, okay. We can omit that difference, so we can tell this battery is healthy, okay. So the battery is fully discharged, what will happen? It's 11.7 some voltage, okay. Now it's 12.69, okay, but it's around to 12.78. So we can say this battery is healthy, okay. No, now 2.7 or something, okay. So clearly you know the battery is healthy. So now we see some rating, battery rating. That means, okay, in the battery case, okay, you can see some rating, the battery, okay. First one is the battery case specification, that means AH, that means ampere hour, RC, CCA, okay. First we see about what is ampere hour, okay. So this is the Amaron battery. So there are three models, okay. Go, High Life Pro. So this is a series, and these are the ampere hour, RC and CCA, and weight also there, and warranty also, okay. So the three things AH, RC, CCA is important when we choosing a battery. Oh, so we have to know about the what are the characteristics of this battery, okay. So first of all, ampere hour. So here now you can see, first we study about one by one ampere hour, okay. An ampere hour is rating usually found on deep cycle batteries, okay. First in the ampere hour is normally the rating ampere hour is choosing for deep cycle battery. Deep cycle battery means it's normally tell to the lead acid battery, like lead acid battery. That means the lead acid battery can fully drain, okay. The charge is fully drained and we can recharge, okay. But in the other battery, powder battery, Sony batteries, oh, sometimes is going to fully discharge drain. The battery charge is fully drained. What will happen? The battery may damage, okay. But in the lead acid battery is not like that, okay. The electrode and electrolyte, okay, it's a very deep recycle, okay. How much it drain, we can again is we have to charge. That means without damage, the battery is not damaged. If the battery is fully drained, the battery charge is fully drained, it's not going to damage the battery, okay. Again we can recharge, okay. So it's a right cycle, it's a very deep cycle. But some other batteries are not like that. If we have to check and we have to charge again, if we let to drain the battery very deeply, okay. If we let the charge to drain very deeply, what will happen? The battery sometimes may damage, okay. So this lead acid battery, our batteries is known as deep cycle batteries. So what is ampere hour? If a battery is rated at 100 MBA hours. Okay, for an example, the battery is mentioned as 100 MBA hours. It should be delivered. That means this 100 mean the MBA hours is a multiply. The MBA and hour is multiply. MBA multiplied by hours. So that is totally 100. For an example, okay, a battery example, not battery deliver 100 MBA for 1 hour. So that is 100 multiplied by 100 MBA. Okay. If a battery discharge 50 MBA, okay, 50 MBA for that means the battery discharge 50 MBA. That means the 1 hour is discharge 50 MBA. So, okay, it's working for 2 hours. So 50 into 200. So this is multiplied by MBA and hours. Okay. So we can use if we in the battery is deliver 5 MBA for 20 hours. So the battery capacity MBA hour is 100. Okay. We can differentiate lot of various form. That means 5 MBS it can the battery can work for 20 hours by its delivering constantly 5 MBS. Or otherwise, if the battery is deliver 20 MBS per hour, so the battery can okay they can maximum work for 5 hours. 20 into 5 100. Okay, that means 5 into 20 100. So it's depend on the deliver MBA. Okay, we can maximum the battery is can deliver 100 MBA hours. So the battery can working until 100 MBA hours. Though this is the capacity of this battery MBA hour. Okay. Next thing, the RC. There are some minutes. Okay, reserve capacity. So what is RC? So first we took the go battery that is MBA hour is 35. So 35 means for an example 7. Okay, 7 into 5. That means 7 MBS it can deliver for 5 hours. That means 35. Okay. So now next is reserve capacity for the 3 minutes. What is reserve capacity? So reserve capacity means is very important rating. This is number of minutes a fully charged battery at 80 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, here the temperature is important. The battery is at 80 degree Fahrenheit and it will the battery that is fully recharged. Okay, a fully charged battery at 80 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, the temperature and it will discharge. Okay, it discharge 20 MBS. 25 MBS means constantly the battery deliver 25 MBS. Okay, it's deliver constantly 25 MBS until the battery drops below. Okay, the battery until the battery drops 10.5 watt. Okay, so when the battery is continuously deliver 25 MBS current, so the battery going to discharge or drain. Okay, so until okay until the battery drops below 10.5. Okay, it's going to below 10.5. Okay, how many minutes taken for this process? That means this is the number of minutes. Okay, the fully fully charged battery at 80 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, it's recharged 25 MBS continuously. Okay, until the battery drops below 10.5. Below means is no 10.4 or something. Okay, not the 10.5 down. That means 10.4 something. No, the limit is 10.5 watt. So it at each below 10.5. Okay, it deliver continuously 25 MBS. How much for this process? Okay, how much minutes taken? Okay, that is called reserve capacity. That is called reserve capacity. So here it below 10 point, okay, it achieved below 10.5 volt, okay, it took, it's not a, it's take, okay, it take 43 minutes, okay, for this battery. This is 55, this is 55 minutes. So this is the reserve capacity, it is measured by the minutes. The next thing is CCA. Oh, what is CCA? The CCA here, the cold cranking amperes. The cold cranking amperes. It's a measurement of the number of amperes the battery can deliver at 0 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, the 0 degree minus for 30 seconds and not drop below 7.2 volt. Okay. So a high CCA battery rating is good, especially in the cold weather. So in the battery, this is the rating for the cold weather. Okay, that means the cold weather. So the weather normally is took the weather. Okay, is for 0 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, when a battery, how much amperes in the battery is discharged? Okay, or deliver at 10 degree Fahrenheit for the battery is normally okay discharge for 30 seconds. So continuously the battery discharge 30 seconds or deliver 30 seconds at 0 Fahrenheit. But the battery is not below, drop below 7.2. The voltage also checked is not dropped, okay, below the 7.2 volt. Okay, the battery is functioning for 30 seconds at 0 Fahrenheit, and we can measure the number of how much amperes the battery deliver. Okay, so that ampere, so the number of ampere is called CCA. So it's very useful. The battery, how this battery works, okay, in the cold weather. So when we consider the battery, the both cold and hot weather, okay. So that means cold cranking amperes. Okay. So here you can see the battery is 265 ampere. That means the, okay, the battery can deliver or discharge for 30 seconds at 0 Fahrenheit. Okay, the functioning 30 seconds at the 0 Fahrenheit, and it can deliver 265 ampere. So that is called cold cranking ampere. So these three settings are very important. Okay, these three settings are, the not the settings, the ratings are very important when you choosing the battery. Okay, so this is the, we call this is the battery rating. Okay, and that's, in other words we can tell this battery specification.